Harden in the 125. Nick goes from spot 4. Row 3, Plattsburgh's Tyler Warren in the number 26 is going to start 5th alongside Grand Isle, Vermont's Kyle Botella in the 5. He starts 6th. Row number 4, it's Caleb Torville in the 42 alongside Josh Blake in the 76. Josh is from Champlain, Caleb from South Albert. Row number 5, it's Junior Laporte in the 4. He's from Peru alongside another Peru driver, JP Coro, last week's winner. Row number 7. Scratch that. Row number 6, it's Tyler Bell from Peru in the 9 alongside Speedy Brissett in the 03. He's from Schuyler Falls. Now row number 7, Jeremiah King from Peru starting alongside Senior Laporte in the 45B. He's from Peru. Row number 8, out of Grand Isle, it's Kenny T in the 42X. Kenny Torville starts 15th alongside Altona's Nate Smart. He starts 16th in the 13. Row number 9, Jason Bradley in the number 3. Jay's from Keysville starting alongside Plattsburgh's Ryan Senecal in the number 94. He's starting 18th. Row number 10, Dannemora Jake Fountain, the current point leader in this division. He'll start 19th alongside Plattsburgh's Tyler Van Wert in the 27X. Tyler starts 20th. Row number 11 on the inside, it's Cody Young in the number 33 starting 21st. He's from Chazy alongside Cale Manor in the number 69. Cale is from Ellenberg Center. And in row number 12, it's Leonard Snide in the number 98. Leonard is from Plattsburgh starting alongside Hayden Bordeaux in the number 08. Hayden is from Dannemora. And advancing out of the B feature in the 95G from Plattsburgh, it is Michaela Gatto. Michaela starts 25th on the grid. One car needing a push, and unfortunately, it was the car that was going to be on point. Matt Parker has had issues, likely electrical issues, that he has been dealing with over the course of the last couple of weeks. And the Precision Heating and Air Conditioning number 28X is getting a push back to the pits. That stinks for Matt. So we'll reshuffle the deck with Matt scheduled to go from the front row. And it looks like we are all set to go for the mini stocks and their feature event to this point of the season. Jake Fountain, Ryan Senecal, and JP Coro have visited Victory Lane. Will there be a fourth different winner tonight? Green flag is out as the field makes its way up in a 1 and 2. Out front, it is the 82 of Jamie Whitney Jr. Here comes the 26 of Tyler Warren. Both of those drivers would be visiting Victory Lane for the first time in their career. We saw that happen last week when JP Coro won for the first time in the A-Main in his career. Will there perhaps be a repeat tonight? Jamie Whitney in the 82, Tyler Warren in the 86, Nick Harden in the top 3. Kyle Hart's got the Blue Deuce running in that mix as well for the 3rd position. The 5 of Kyle Botella rounds out the top 5. Good action inside the top 10. Here comes JP Coro trying to get down to the inside as the 61 makes a move down low. He's looking to get a position and will on Junior Laporte. It is Jamie Whitney in the 82 out front. Here comes Harden in the 125. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Kyle Botella's moving as well in the 5. He'll thread the needle, and he'll gain a position on the 20, make that on the 2 of Hart on the top side as they run side by side off of turn number 4. Harden still makes the move into the 2nd spot. Warren in the 26 sliding back, and the Botella 5 is on the move. Here comes Josh Blake. Here comes JP Coro. Coro talking about threading the needle. He works to the outside of the 42 of Caleb Torville, the inside of the 2 of Kyle Hart. He's going to get a couple of spots. Whitney still in control out front. Harden running in 2nd. Botella is up to 3rd. Josh Blake moving in the 76. The Warren 26 there. The Coro 61 also looking to move. Perhaps thinking about trying to thread the needle again, but the hole closes down the backstretch. 5 laps down this time by, and it is the 82 of Jamie Whitney out front.
Whitney in control of the field, trying to navigate past Leonard Snides, the slower car number 98. And JP Coro has really been on a tear tonight. The confidence from last week's trip to Victory Lane appears to have given Coro a couple of extra horsepower. He is charging through the field right now on the back door of Josh Blake's number 76 car. Off at the front, Jamie Whitney Jr., who has been a B feature event winner here multiple times. Rob, you mentioned Jamie Whitney Jr. has never won the A-Main. He's trying to do that tonight. Botella and Harden battling fiercely for that number 2 position, and it's Coro just trying to find a way by both of them. Coro now looking up to the outside as Harnden gets a little bit out of shape. Whitney a little bit out of shape as well, and Battalla's going to have a big run to the top. Big run to the top and down into turn number 3 for Kyle Battalla. The Grand Isle Vermont driver trying to go to the point up on the outside lane, and at the stripe, they're going to be 3 wide for the number 1 spot. No, there's contact. Coro and Battalla get together. Battalla hangs onto it. Whitney's going to keep the top spot. Down the back straightaway, Harnden, Blake, right there. Throw a blanket over the top 5 as they work through the west end. Coro now solidly in second. He is going to try it up on the outside lane. Jamie Whitney Jr. down on the bottom. Matt Parker headed for pit road, and Leonard Snide as well. And now out of turn number 2, the new leader is J.P. Coro from Peru. 10 laps are going to be in the books this time by. 5 to go. Battalla on the outside of Jamie Whitney Jr. is going to try to track down J.P. Coro.
Good luck with that. J.P. Coro has just been on a rail. Oh, look out, a mess on the front stretch. Ryan Senecal got into the wall. He almost went over. Junior Laporte in the 4, turned around down in turn number 1, and it's going to bring out a yellow flag. Marty, you spotted that out of the corner of your eye, and you pointed and tried to get my direction to look down right in front of us. Please stay back away from the fence area. You can see some of the hot fluid that is coming out of the front of the 94 machine. Significant damage on Ryan Senecal's number 94. Safety crew quickly over. Ryan taking off his gloves. He appears to be fine inside that car, but a bit of a wild ride for the 94. Did you spot what may have happened?
Just a little bit of a bottleneck there, and coming out of turn number 4. And Ryan ends up in the front straightaway wall. The car nearly got upside down.
2-time track champion Ryan Senecal, the number 94. Again, Ryan has his helmet off. He's sitting inside the car. He has talked with the safety crew.
Left front tire off the rim. And the fellas are going to hook to the front of Ryan Senecal's Chico's Trash Service car number 94. Lake Champlain Power Wash also providing sponsorship on that automobile, and
Fluid running out of that machine.
Yeah.
And you know something, one of the characteristics of Ryan is that he has been a model of consistency, rarely gets involved in something significant. But unfortunately, tonight, heavy contact along the front stretch. He has been a model of consistency in this division, and that is really what has powered him to 2 track titles. Rarely finishing outside the top 10. He typically manages to avoid some of the melees that might take place around the racetrack, but again, tonight it was not in the cards. And when I looked down, that car was somewhat off the racing surface, particularly on the left side, and I was worried that he was going to go up and over, but thankfully came back down on all 4s. And his car being towed back to the garage area with significant amount of work to be done. Hey, after this feature, still 2 feature events to go. The Hoosier Tire Limited Sportsmen are lined up over in the chute. They'll be next up on the Speedway. And then the final event of the night at feature event number 2 for the Night State Cannabis Renegades. Things have been moving right along all evening, Marty. We had the spectator races during a very brief intermission. And right quickly after the qualifying events and the spectator races into the feature event portion of tonight's racing card. That was the first caution flag of the mini stock feature.
So the field will have to run through the moisture on the front straightaway. J.P. Coro is selected the outside lane for this restart. 10 laps complete on the Liquor and Wine Warehouse lap counter.
How good is that 61?
Been very good, and if you've kept up with JP on Facebook or what have you over the winter, I think that guy was in the garage every single day putting a race car together, and whether it's his mini stock or Scott Richner's Crown Vic that he was working on, it certainly looked like he dove into this offseason with both feet.
He's hooked,
and it's paying off clearly in the early going. So they'll have the field run through the mixture of water and antifreeze here on the front straightaway one more time. Get that run into the racetrack as much as possible. Coro and Battalla, the front row. Josh Blake, Jamie Whitney Jr., Nick Harnden, Speedy Brissett, Tyler Bell, Tyler Warren, Jake Fountain, and the 42 of Caleb Torville, your top 10 into the Hebert's Lawn Care and Landscape and Go Green zone.
And here they come along the front stretch. Green flag is out. Kyle Battalla in the 5. Not a great start for the 5. That inside line really bogged down as the outside line. Look at Josh Blake. The 76 has moved up to the second spot. Battalla now sitting in third. Out front, J.P. Coro picked up his first career victory last Thursday. He's looking to go back-to-back in the number 61. The Precision Heating and Air Conditioning 61 car out front. The 76 of Blake second. Battalla sits in third. Fourth, Jamie Whitney. That's a fine drive for him, sitting in spot number 4. Nick Harnden in the 125 is in the 5th spot. How about Jake Fountain from deep in the field? He's up to 6 now on the inside. Here comes the 22. Jake up to spot number 6. Speedy Brissett put a lot of hours in the shop this week trying to get his car back together. He said all kinds of things were bent up on that race car. He's in spot number 7. And running in 8th is the number 9. That's Tyler Bell. Right behind him, it is the 75 of Jeremiah King. And Cody Young rounds out the top 10. 2 laps to go for J.P. Coro. He's not getting away from Josh Blake. Blake has been hanging about 2 to 3 car lengths off the back of the 61, but they've been running speeds that are very similar. At the same time, the 61 hasn't been getting away, but the 76 hasn't been cutting into the deficit. And he's got 1 lap to make that happen. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for the 61 of J.P. Coro. He'll make his way through the middle of 1 and 2. As they work down the backstretch, the 76 still 2, make it 3 car lengths off the back. J.P. Coro picked up his first career victory last week. He didn't wait very long to win for the second time. Checkered flags are out. It's the 61 for the win. Second to Josh Blake. Third to Battalla in the 5. Fourth will go the 82 of Jamie Whitney. Fifth to Nick Harnden in the 125. Finishing in the 6th spot, it is the 22 of Jake Fountain. Then Speedy Brissett 7th in the 03. 8th to Tyler Bell in the number 9. 9th was Kenny Torville in the 42X, and rounding out the top 10 is Jeremiah King in the 75. 11th to Cody Young in the 33. 12th to Tyler Warren. 13th goes to Hayden Bordeaux. 14th to Junior Laporte. 15th to Senior Laporte. 16th, Cale Manor. 17th to the 3 of Jason Bradley. Caleb Torville, 18th. Tyler Van Wert, 19th. And rounding out the top 20, Kyle Hart in the number 2. Well, going to victory lane is a lot of fun. And the 61 found that out last week, picking up his first career victory. And it didn't take him long to get back to victory lane. 7 days later, he's right back there again. J.P. Coro, back-to-back wins. And you know, in this division, there's a lot of parity. It's not easy to go back-to-back in this division with the number of skilled drivers that we have. So that is a feather in his cap and testimony to the speed that he has. He's out of his car. He's in victory lane again. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. That's J.P. Coro in the number 61.